Hey, everybody, welcome back to another podcast with me, Warren Werbitt, your host of the Printing's Alive podcast. We have another special guest today, actually, super special. We have super special, you could say that. We have Wendy Graves of the Make It Happen Sign Academy. Did I get it right?
I mean, pretty close.
It's
Pretty
Signage,
close.
isn't it?
Yes,
I
yes.
knew it. As I was saying Sign Academy, my brain said Signage Academy. So I'm going to say that over. It's the Make It Happen Signage Academy.
Yes.
Welcome, Wendy.
Thank you. I'm so excited. We've had a nice little warm up, and here we go, Warren, right?
That's the plan. So just so we're open and honest, because you know me, open and honest. I didn't really know Wendy that well before, but I met her at the last Printing United conference because we were on the same all-star team. So it was an honor to be on your team.
No, it was an honor to be on your all's team. Well, actually, I think Colin was the captain, right?
And I don't know how that happened because that took me a little bit back. No.
Okay. Yes,
I think he just chose himself and told the rest of us, and because all of us don't argue, we just went along with it.
Hey, that works, right? We followed a great leader. We had a great time. You know, the first inaugural, right?
Exactly.
The very first Expo All-Stars. So yes, it was wonderful to be amongst all of you guys, and I have like all new friends in the print industry that I would not have known. So I was really thrilled.
That's why you go to print shows, to meet people and make new friends, right?
Absolutely.
Great. So why don't you tell us right away about the Make It Happen Signage Academy, because I think it's pretty cool. Shoot.
Yeah, so I think it's pretty cool too, right? Those are the best businesses to have, ones that you're so passionate about. So my business partner, Sam Armstrong, started Make It Happen Signage Consultancy almost 10 years ago. And we met on a podcast, just as, you know, we're on today. And I said at the very end, if you ever come to the US, look me up, because what I think you're doing is amazing. And 6 months later, she called me and I watched her in action. And then we connected and saw some of our similarities and some of our backgrounds, some of the day-to-days that we experience. And then we started to dive into the program for the US. And so we launched and became partners and had a training partner as well. And so we've been at this now, you know, the US in November to be 2 years. A little celebration. Can I have some applause in the background? Right. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I go to trade show events. I do host partner events. I do private training events. So we're just trying to connect.
You do house parties?
I mean, if you have me come, we'll do signage and then we'll turn it into a house party, right?
I'm in. Great idea for you. I'm thinking only youngsters as they come into our industry, how we attract them.
Yes. I mean, who doesn't want to come to a house party after learning about channel letters, right?
Agreed.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a great industry, but actually in full transparency, Warren, I haven't confessed this. So this is the first time you're going to hear this.
Oh my God. I feel like a confession. Should we go in the booth?
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not that dramatic. You're probably going to your excitement level is going to drop. But when I joined the All-Stars, you all were saying things. I had no clue what you're talking about.
Neither did we.
So look, I'm Googling, like, what does this stand for? What does this stand for, right? Because printing kind of has their own language. Sign has our own language. And, you know, our job is get us on the same page in our own industry, talk about our products, and, right, save everybody money and make more money, right? So that's the goal.
I don't care about the save the money. I like to make the money and sell at a high margin, to be honest.
Yes.
Like my thinking's a little different, but always positive. So you're in this Signage Academy. Were you in signage before?
Yeah. So my husband, I always give him the credit because he was in the sign industry to date. It's around 25 years. So he came from a commercial signage background. And then in 2012, 2013, he purchased a Signorama franchise. Shout out to Lloyd, and needed help. So I immediately kind of joined and supported in the sales and marketing and, all the hats you do as ownership, right? And then just kind of moved up with experience. We've always been a manufacturing location. So I went from learning all the bones in the body as an x-ray tech to all of the components of a sign. And it was a lot. So it was fun. It was challenging. And all these years later, I've just learned so much, and always diving into meeting new people, great vendors, all of that just kind of helped me grow personally. And then, of course, when Sam and I met, I was like, I love signs. I love products. This is like a natural fit. And so off we went.
So I'm just sitting here smiling and grinning. I mean, because the truth is, when someone is passionate and you're super passionate about something, it's the cheeks that go when you talk,
Yeah.
right? Like my cheeks are hurting because I'm smiling, watching you smile. So I'm sure your cheeks are hurting.
Yes, my cheeks are hurting. Yes.
Right. And there is nothing better than that, because just so I'm sure when you go in front of people, like they just feed off of you, because it's like just funny and bubbly and the excitement.
Yeah.
It's like, so let me ask you a question. Are people trainable or teachable?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone is teachable. Everyone is
Everyone?
trainable. Yes. I'm going to say everyone.
That's a positive attitude. I like that.
Hey, you have to think that, right? Because if not, I mean, you kind of would lose hope in the workforce if there wasn't an opportunity for everyone to learn. Now, are they going to learn at the way you want them and the speed and all of that? Of course you can't fix that. But no, you're right. I mean, I feed off of the energy in the room as well when I'm training. There's nothing like having 8 to 10 sign professionals in a room. We're not competing. We're not talking about pricing. We're not talking about clients. We're talking about best practices. What do we do great? What do we do bad? And it's just like this energy. And I always joke, and people are very quiet first thing in the morning. They've got their coffee, they've had their donuts, and they're all looking at each other. And I'll say, by 10:30, we're going to be best friends. And I know in their head, they're like, this lady's crazy. No, because it's the program. The program creates this just like open dialogue, and then the energy that we try to come with it. By the time we're done, we're literally new best friends. We just have a great time. So
I'm loving it, because it's more than the program, because you made me think back to like when I was in school, and I wasn't a good student, by the way, but I don't think you're surprised about that. But the only classes I did well in, aside from like gym and woodworking and metal shop, were the ones where the teachers had great personalities and were outgoing and just made you feel comfortable even before they talked about subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
And then when subject matter came in, they kind of just dragged you in because you're involved with the whole thing, as opposed to the people teaching you that are like, wah, 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 wah. So that's cool. Who signs up to join your academy? Is it the salesperson? Is it the print owner?
Mm-hmm. So it's really anyone, any and everyone. So our programs, we currently have 3 different programs that we're running. And they each have somewhat of a target. We have a program called First Drill, and that's for people who are just getting into the industry around 0 to 2 years. And that is all of the products, all of the things you really should know in the signage. We have something called On the Front Line, which is like your sales, customer service. And then we have Signage Boot Camp, and that is all things products. So across all of those platforms, any and everyone fits in. Owners, designers, project managers, production team members. We've had installation team members come to some of them, really because they want to find out, why do salespeople do this? Why do they not do that? And they wanted to kind of hear it from their own perspective. And they were wonderful to have in the room, because then they could say, well, this is why it's a problem. Because then when we go to install, it's this or that. So, I mean, we've had everyone. We've had people who haven't even got into the business. They haven't even opened their store. And then we've had people 50 years in the industry. So any and everyone.
But like, are you catering to owners to sign up to train their employees?
I mean, I don't know if I would say we cater. I mean, obviously, most of the time they're the one making the decision of the
Right. Okay.
investment. But a lot of the times, some of the people have paid for themselves, right? Because
Really, eh?
they just want to improve. They want to be better in the industry. They want to be better for their team members. But I mean, obviously, most of the time it is funded by, the sign company owner or the one in charge.
Cool. And is this like remote, or do you have get-togethers?
No. So that's one of the
No.
misconceptions.
What does that mean? No.
No. So we are not an online training. So, well, I will caveat that. So let me explain.
Please do.
Printing Alliance has the iLearning, right? International Sign Association has their online platforms. And we are very, very appreciative, and we push people in that direction to get that knowledge. But we are hands-on training. So if you come hands-on, you
My
are
favorite.
For many reasons, right?
I didn't say that. You did.
But if you come to our, like for instance, right now, I have some products from, we're going to look at these products. We're going to dissect them. We're going to, talk about the goods and the bads, why they're not used. Yes, I could hold this up and you could look at it over Zoom, but it's not the same impact. And so we tell people all of the times we are complementary to an online. And so it's like, go get online, learn some of the things, that offerings, and then sign up for our boot camps and then really drill home that knowledge.
Why don't you do the reverse and have them come to you first and then go to the other?
Yeah.
Well, don't promote the other guys first. You have your own business. You're an entrepreneur.
We have to be in this together, Warren. Sometimes we have to be in this together, right?
I hear you, but someone has to lead.
I know. Hey, I'm totally fine.
I'm just thinking about you guys. That's all.
Yes. No, we're totally fine with leading. And a lot of the times that is what happens. They do come to us and then we'll say, hey, do you know about this program and that program? The caveat is sustainability. So that was a program that was launched in the UK about a year or so ago, and it was in person. And the partner that was with Sam on that program decided to shift it to online. So we actually do have one program that is online.
I think it would make sense, and then you could have the pop-up shops or wherever you go. So how often do you meet people face to face, or how many groups do you have?
So right now we do between 1 and 2 events a month. So I have a Midwest home. That's what I like to call it. It is a partnership with a local community college, and I have a room and I have all my products. And so people come to me for 2 full day events, which I love, because Warren, you should see all of my trinkets. They're like everywhere. It just makes me so
imagine. No, I think that's great. And so at the same time, because you said school, so you're interacting with students as well?
So students are welcome to come. So the college, I'm at Ivy Tech Community College, and they have 19 different campuses in the state of Indiana. And they're super supportive of our program. They believe in it. They have a design program. I'm in a building that has light electric, welding, and other things. So it's like a natural fit for what we do. So yeah, we've got some stuff I'm working on, Warren, and you might be one of the first to do like a breaking news, but it's going to be pretty impactful for our industry, especially the signage industry. So stay tuned.
No, I think that's great. And so I'm not doing math, but how many do you get a good response? Because the reason I'm asking is I do some training, teaching, mentoring, coaching, call it whatever you want. But I find our industry, maybe others, but I only know ours well, is a little thick, is a little stubborn, is a little slow to pull the trigger to commit to something. Generally, stuff that's really important and good for their business, which I consider everything that you do like that an investment in your business.
Mm-hmm.
Too many people think of it as an expense, would rather take you to dinner and discuss why they don't want to do that. But
Mm-hmm.
are like when you're talking to people, is it a no brainer for a lot of people?
Yeah, so here's where we're also unique. We only are looking for around 10 people each event because, again, it's a collaboration. We're talking about best practices. We have a lot of products to go through. So if we do 20, 30 people at a time, then it's usually 2 trainers in the room so that we can get around, we can talk to everyone, keep everyone engaged. So it isn't as challenging to get 10 people, right? Because of that number threshold. But like, for instance, when we do go to larger association events, that's where most of those larger numbers come from, just for the sake of there's so many people there. But you're right. I mean, it's breaking the mold of what people think that they should do in their business versus like, let's work together, let's get us on a new path, let's not make the same mistakes, and you really should invest in your business, and here's why. And so it's taking a little bit of a education, right?
So far, it's like taking 100 years to get people to move.
I mean, it does. It really takes a long time. But one of the things I do know that has helped, because Sam has been doing this program and, like I said, celebrating 10 years, it's working for a reason. I mean, there's been over 4,000 people that have gone through just her program.
Wow.
Yes. So,
Cool.
4,000
Hang on, I'm
people.
doing the math. Wow, that's a lot of business. No, I didn't do the math, but that's cool. That's a nice number.
Yeah, but I mean, and it also shows that there is that reinvestment. And so it's starting to happen now here in the States, where we have some amazing sign companies that maybe their presidents or upper management came through and see the value. And every time I'm in their city or every time I'm having something at Ivy Tech, they sign them up because they know that it's bringing value, and we appreciate those relationships.
Do all the big signage franchises come to you for training?
So do they come to me for training? Not necessarily as a collective.
Why?
I think because a lot of the times they have some of their own training platforms that they want to make sure that they have their franchisees on. However, when I've been to other cities or even in Jeffersonville, they find me, right? I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I know people and people share. And so, we've had all the sign franchises. I actually think now in different cities have shown up for different events. I actually am doing a private franchise only event in 2 to 3 weeks because they want to kind of keep the franchise together. And we respect that. You can mix together, you can have private events. We even do, if your shop wants us to come in and do a shop only, we are there to just train, improve our industry, think outside of the box, and we want to support that any way that we can.
No, I think it's great. I'm thinking of the franchises. I'll just use Alpha Graphics as an example with 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 stores. I don't think anyone's going to train better than perhaps you guys outside than their internal programs. Because from what I've seen over the years, most internal programs don't really work all that well. They just, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, or people just not interested, or maybe because they don't charge, right? Because it's part of the agreement. But when people actually pay, even if it's $10, they're more into it than when they don't pay, and they know if they miss it, it's not that important or that big a deal. So
Yeah.
I see some of these bigger organizations making mistakes sometimes by not bringing in the right people. And if you
Well,
guys are
and
good,
yeah.
I'm really telling the head of all these companies to call you,
Thanks,
right?
Warren.
And to work. No, because it's true.
Yeah.
I promise you that that the people trying to teach the others at some of these associations aren't as passionate about it as you,
Hmm.
don't see it
Hmm.
the same way, and don't feel it the same way.
Hmm.
And if you're going to do training to the people you're training, it's a lot easier to absorb, take in, and work with it when you're working with nice personalities, bubbly people that really love what they do.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, and I think that they're in an interesting position, right? Where if someone decides to join the franchise, they have to get someone who has never been in that particular industry. A lot of times they're retired and then they decide to open a sign company, or they came from a totally different industry. So they are trying to inform them about everything, right? So they're trying to do the businesses and the CRMs and, employee handling and a little bit of sign knowledge. Like they're trying to cover everything in that first, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, with some ongoing throughout. So it is challenging, right? I imagine, for them to cover everything.
It's
And
beyond
we just,
it's beyond
yeah,
challenging
yeah,
because it's
oh, sure.
information overload,
Yes, yes. No, I
right?
don't disagree. Yeah. And I think what has happened, especially feedback from the last year, when we go to events, is people always want more, right? So they're always like, oh, I wish we could do this. Oh, I wish you could talk about this, because our industry is so vast. And we keep saying, just hang with us, support us, and show up. And as the programs roll out, the goal is then, if you add a brand new person to the team, we then will have something that maybe every 6 months to a year you can invest in and put them through, and then they'll grow, which helps your business grow, less mistakes, right? And that's what we want to be for any independent shop, any franchise system. At the end of the day, I know that that's what makes it interesting, is because, as I mentioned, us being best friends, if we take away we're not talking about clients, if we take away that we're not talking about money, we're not there to tell you to use this vendor because they're the best. You're not allowed to mention a vendor in the training, right? I say, if you want to make up a vendor's name, call them Wendy's, sign supply, whatever. Once we take all of that away, we're just sign people trying to do the best work every day for our clients. And then everyone gets comfortable, and then it doesn't matter that you're franchise this and you're franchise that, or independent. And I mean, we don't know everything. I know you learn tons from Printing United. I learned tons from Printing United. We're always growing, so we never present ourselves as the know all end all to everything, but we do have a great program, and then everyone else in the room kind of adds that extra value.
Wow.
That was a mouthful.
No, it's wow, and it's awesome. I think it's really amazing. I love the no name mention, right?
Mhm.
I prefer when you don't mention names, because when you don't mention names, there's no connection. It's not emotional. It's not anything like that,
Right.
right? Every company is good. Every company is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, people in the training should never worry. I never worried about competition, anyways, because I remember even when we were doing new things and I put in a brand new press that no one really had, and I would invite anybody over because I was selling it. So I don't care if you were a printer, if you were an end user, if you were a supplier. I wanted to just keep showing it to
Mm-hmm.
people. And some people in my shop would say to me, "Hey, why are you letting them in? They see what we're
Mm-hmm.
doing." I said, "Who cares?" I said,
Mm-hmm.
"They could see what we're doing. If they want to copy it, good luck to them to go figure out how to do it." Right?
Mm-hmm.
We all just have to
Mm-hmm.
have more confidence.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think with what you're doing, it gives people great confidence to know more.
Mm-hmm.
Am I allowed to ask what the costs are in a
Yeah,
roundabout
absolutely.
way?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, no. I mean, and we're very transparent. Obviously, we have a website. It does all of our bookings, so it shows all of our calendar for usually 6 months to a year. So if a single person wanted to come to one of our training events, it costs $350. If a customer wanted to send 2 team members, we call that a team discount, and they come for $525.
Stop.
I know. Don't
Stop.
start.
No. I'm starting. I'm starting. Too cheap. If it's 350 for one, it's 695 for two.
Warren.
No. No. That's how it all starts. Our industry is expensive. It costs a lot of money to do things. We spend a lot of money on equipment. Charge accordingly.
And I don't disagree that I know that.
And don't argue. Don't make excuses. Change your price, write it out.
I know. And here is the challenge, though. Exactly what you said, a few minutes ago. People don't think about investing in themselves and in their team members because they see it as I'm going to take someone away and I'm going to send them to a training for a day and I'm going to pay for it. And now I'm going to lose production. Right. And so it's a mind shift that we're having to also tackle. And we want people to be able to come. Now, Warren, don't think that maybe
what do people do when they send their kids away to school for 4 years and spend $400,000? That's a bigger investment that's might not even come back to you. $700 to have your person know what a material is and how to sell the site and offer a solution is priceless. I want to talk to the owners who don't want to pay $695.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have can you be my commercial and be like, you will pay $695?
Yeah.
Yes. No, and to be honest, most of the time people will say, oh, that's very reasonable, right?
Reasonable. What they mean to say is that's cheap.
Hey, I'm going with reasonable, Warren. I'm going.
No. I know no disrespect or offense. I'm just tired. I'm tired personally of the cheapness and the way we talk. Okay, you're going to do something for two people for $695. That person's calling their lawyer for $600 for an hour, and there is no return on that hour.
Right.
The $695 on the two people they're sending, okay, translates into tens, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Sorry, I love you, but I can't agree with that one.
Okay, well,
I will do your commercial. I will do your commercials for you.
Look, you're hired, right? And again, over time, it's going to have to change, right? Again, it's a new concept. We had to have support. I know you're shaking your head, but also, Warren, we have to think about this. And this is something I actually do encourage in the class. We have amazing vendors, right? And they are supposed to be, well, we do, Warren. I have amazing vendors.
They're all good, but they're in it for something. It's not for you.
Of course. But, they're a lot of the times the experts on whatever that supply material that they're offering. So I tell people all the time, bring those vendors in. You're already buying the products. Contact them, have them come in, talk a little bit to your team. So we do compete a lot with associations who do that, other things. And so then for us to say, hey, no, we cost, that's a mind shift. But I know, Warren, I should have said prices.
I'm trying not to say anything. I'm just shaking my head. Right? And the associations have a big play within our industry, but they're not the greatest at training. Their training is not the same as your training. Yours is dedicated training. You're doing it for a living. You're doing it with a cause, with a reason. Something wrong with your lips?
No, I'm keeping my mouth shut, Warren. You're saying things I am not going to say ever.
Well, no, but you should, because it's not disrespectful to anyone. It's the truth. The associations battle each other to get people to teach and to train. You are a dedicated trainer with no other motive than to make some money for the company, build your business and train and give something good back. So you need to be supported by the members of our industry because you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
The associations, for whatever the reasons, cannot offer things up the same way. So, and I've always been part of associations. I'm part of them now. I've always been part of peer groups. But your potential customers, if they're listening, you don't have the time to waste fooling around.
Yeah.
Call up, sign up, dive in. The sooner you do that, the sooner your people are comfortable, the sooner your revenue is going to change.
Oh, yeah.
It's black and white. There's no secrets out there.
No, you're right. And I mean, and again,
sorry, say that again. Say that again.
You're right.
Oh my God, I'm going to record that and make a loop of it.
Is that going to be the next t-shirt? I'm going to say, you're right, Warren, right? No, I mean, I think, again, it goes back to people have a lot on their plates, right? So even when you ask about the franchises or the independent sign shops or the associations, like we're all doing a lot of different things. Our business focus is training, right? And so every day, that's what we're thinking of. Who can we reach? How can we do it best? And to your point, like we would love to be a part of that training offering and take that responsibility off of you trying to figure out who can we ask, who can we bring? Like, let us help. That's what we want to do. That's what we're passionate about.
The minute you train someone who's getting better at what they do, the company is already benefiting. It's not about a long-term, I hope to get a return in X amount of time, right? If you're training sales, they're getting on the phone and saying some of the right things. If you're training people in production, they're making less mistakes right away. It's a no-brainer. It's $695 for 2 people, right? No, really. Listen, most companies make bigger mistakes 5 times a day within their company by running the wrong paper or running too long or somebody cutting something and throwing it out and not telling someone or the paper wrong. Like, it doesn't matter what. It's manufacturing. Manufacturing, there's errors.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
To battle the errors, you have to invest in more training, good training, to get people to step up what they do. To me, if somebody makes a mistake, it's a mistake if they do it once. If they do it again, well, maybe they shouldn't be there, right? Okay, second time they could have one more chance, but the third time they're gone. That's what learning is. So I just don't know, and I'm going to battle it all the time, why people just don't spend money right away. $695, it's nothing, right? Dinner with your friends with a few drinks is $175. Just give up 3 dinners and you're sending 2 people for training.
No, I mean, you're absolutely correct. And especially, it's intriguing that you were just now saying, if they make one mistake, it's going to cost this and that. And I say that very early on. People love, in our industry, we love signs, we love selling signs. But when you make a mistake with a manufactured sign, it will cost you, I say with commas, because if you're dealing with a project that is a 10, 20, 50, $100,000 project, and your team member makes a couple of mistakes, you could have easily lost thousands in a matter of minutes on redos.
No, sorry. When somebody makes a mistake, just for people listening, if you scrap $1,000 job, you have to go sell $20,000 worth of print to make it up and to get ahead. There's no 1,000 but this, because you're giving up opportunity, you're giving up press time, your people's time, negative time, mental time. It just back to mistakes. It saves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and we have an ROI guarantee. And I think it's really funny because at first when I was learning the program and, Sam and I are talking a lot, and she said, yeah, I mean, if someone comes on the boot camp and they actually say, there is nothing that I learned today that will save me what I invested, we will give it back. And I was like, oh, have we ever done that? And she was like, no, because guess what? Someone always learns something, because exactly what you said, it's a mistake. It's, oh, I didn't know that if I do lighting on this color, here's the reason why this is happening. And so everyone leaves with several immediate takeaways. So then, of course, it was worth the, sorry, Warren, $350. So yes.
Cost more to sign your kid up for baseball or soccer or anything, or take
I
him in and buy
know.
him sporting equipment. A
Yes,
bicycle,
I
a good
know.
bicycle's $2,000 if you're in competitive something, right? So it's
Yeah.
a no-brainer. Do you record all? I just thought of this now, but like, do you record all your stuff that you could then take an AI transcript and then make little books, little messaging, little reminders for people?
Mm-mm. No, you mean while during the training?
Yeah, like afterwards, because so my I was gonna say, what's the top 5 issues that people have in production that you hear?
Hmm. Oh gosh. Yeah.
You don't have to answer. I'm just,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you
No.
wanted to, if you wanted to answer, it would be better for our viewers. But if you don't, I know you're under the gun, and it's okay, and I'll move on to something else.
Right.
But
Well, no, I mean, I definitely see your point. We don't really, well, I have never recorded a training like during the training. But you're right. We do follow up emails with everyone that kind of recaps like, hey, these are some of the biggest takeaways. These are things that you can implement immediately. We do that more in an email follow up type, but we're not. And it's also very interesting because the program is a lot, right? It takes, I have to set up, I have to get ready, and then I'm interacting and we're engaging. And then next thing you know, I look up and I'm like, wow, it's time to go. So it's
it's
a lot of,
lunchtime.
exactly. And so we're always just so engaging that it's like, I tend to forget to pay attention to those things, right?
So, quick suggestion. There's a
Yes.
product out there that you could wear on your neck. And by the
I,
way, I'm not getting sponsored. I'm not getting paid. I just love the whole AI thing.
I've
You
heard.
you wear it on your neck, and it's called Limitless.
Mm,
However that spells, I don't know, but it's Limitless. I met
okay.
the founder. It runs all day. You turn it on. It records your whole day.
Mm,
So turn it on when you go into class, leave it on till the end. It'll record you and whatever it picks up. And then after you have transcripts and you could pull out of it top 5 things of the day, whatever you want to prompt it to tell
mm-hmm,
you. But you
mm-hmm.
could then have your classes and what people say and summarize and then keep the notes to track and then build some tracks based on what people are saying. Just
No,
an idea.
I absolutely love that deal. I actually went to an AI class while we were at Printing United Expo, and um they were talking about, I forget, there's like 2 other brands. I don't remember the brands. And so I screenshotted them so I can remember. It's almost like the and I'm not like an IT guy girl, but the Meta glasses, I guess, that
Oh,
do.
I'm going to get them.
Okay, so I just was introduced to them at like 2 or 3 events ago. I was hosting a ladies event, and someone was like, "Oh, I need my glasses," because we were doing shop tours. And I'm like, "Oh, you can't see?" And she's like, "No, it's recording." And I was looking aware, like, where? And she's like, "You just push the button." And I keep telling myself I need to get those glasses because during class I want to get interaction that the people have, but I can't like grab my phone and be taking selfies and do all this stuff because I'm training. So Meta glasses is on my wish
But
list.
they will only go, I think, a few minutes at a time.
Yes.
So, but you should set a camera then up in the corner
I
to
know.
record and just,
Yes.
it's easy today, right?
Yes.
It's sorry. Oh yeah, you said it was,
Good
I asked the
question.
price. I'm losing my mind. I said how much? Oh, yeah, 500 for 2 people. What a cheap course.
525, Warren. Get it right.
Oh, great. You throw in
Look,
something else with it, by the way? You get like pens
well,
and a hat when you come, or just as a reminder?
should I mention that lunch is included?
It's obviously got to be a cheap lunch at 525. It comes
No,
with, it's not even a box lunch. It's just the sandwich, I bet. With like,
I'm gonna have you take a picture of you rolling your eyes at our cost, and that's gonna be my marketing campaign.
I'll give you a copy of the podcast. No, honestly, I'm so tired of people being cheap, and
Yep.
if what you're selling or someone is selling value.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I was offering up to people for $500,
Mm-hmm.
right? That I would spend time with them for $500 and I would help them and teach them a few new techniques and things that they could do when negotiating to buy a digital press,
Mm.
right? And No, not spending $500. Hang on. If I could save you a quarter a penny, if I could save you half a click over 4 years of usage, $500, no, you're an
Right.
idiot. And
I get
unfortunately, no, not you, because you're not doing that.
right.
But no, but in general, like
Yeah.
when I had my business, I would sign up for just about everything.
Yeah.
Actually, for one other reason. As a salesperson at heart, right?
hmm
Anytime someone's selling something, I want to encourage them. I believe in karma. If you help them out, if you do something good for them, then someone will do something good for you,
Yeah. No, I
right?
mean, I know a lot of business owners that love investing in themselves and teams,
Like
and they
what?
have
Like what? Their suits, their cars, and their toys.
no, like consultants. They bring people in,
Oh, give
and
them my
again,
number. Give them my
do
number.
what
They didn't call
I
me.
will. I will give them your number, and I mean, it's even just like, for instance, because what kind of falls underneath our umbrella is obviously we do training. I can do consulting, and we have product connections, right? So a lot of times people get in these situations where they're like, oh, I don't know what product to use for this, and they'll reach out and they'll ask me, and I'll help them in that type. But I mean, even just like a friend, I was in Ohio running a training event, and she was struggling with some placement in their shop. And so I said, well, like, let's go look. Like, let's walk the shop. Let's talk about it. Well, when we got done, I made a couple of suggestions. The next week, she went out and bought exactly what I suggested. It freed up their shop. She literally called me and was like, I don't know why I didn't think about it. Right? I think sometimes we are just so focused on what we have to do every single day. We see certain things a certain way, and all it takes is those outside eyes to come in, and that's kind of like what the training and the consulting does. So to your point, $500 for you to talk to them about printers or an equipment could have saved them thousands and hundreds of
Tens.
thousands.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a question.
I
What you
saw
just
you thinking, so now I'm afraid.
when you were had this person that you went in and you suggested this stuff and they went out and bought it.
Mhm.
Was that all included in 350?
Stop it. No, it
No, I'm
wasn't.
saying don't say stop it because they benefit from you. The OEM benefited from whatever they bought or whoever they bought from. And you're
Mhm.
telling me to stop it, but I have your back,
I know.
right?
So, exactly what you're talking
Did the
about.
OEM do something for you?
Well, no, it wasn't even that. It
Okay.
was
Well, whoever
they
did.
no, 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 no,
No.
no,
No. That's not a good answer. No.
no.
Did you get a
Okay.
thank you card at least?
Oh, absolutely. Like I definitely get a thank you
Cheapskates, a thank you card.
and I appreciate, sometimes I
Yeah.
100% agree with you. We do devalue ourselves. Like, for instance,
At least
next
350.
I know you
I'm
are
just
like
saying.
so caught up on this 350. Okay. So in December, I'm running a like an educational series online for the Make It Happen attendees and my ladies group. Okay, so it's just exclusively for those two groups, and I'm bringing some people on to talk about different things. And devaluing design time is at the top of the list for,
Devaluing your time is at the top of the list.
well,
Just
of
I
course,
just
but
I'm just
I'm
pointing
talking
out
about
to you.
signed shops, right? Like signed
Yes.
shops
It
give away design time.
it's not design shops. It's all print shops.
Oh, well, yes, everyone. So it goes back to, why are we afraid to ask people to pay us for design? It's also the same reason I'm afraid to charge $6.95, right?
Damn it.
Sometimes
Damn it. Stop it. By the way, and the reason I'm saying stop it is because what you're saying goes back 50 years.
I know, I know.
No.
I'm
It's
trying to
enough.
change it.
It's enough. It's enough. And if you are a shop that does some design and you're discounting it for nothing, you're a moron because every center should be a profit center. And I'm not saying rip anybody off,
Correct.
right? That's
Yes.
not what I'm saying. It's like, and so the little guys give away the design for free.
Mhm.
The big guys go pay big money for design, and then when they get to the printer, they ask if they could do any better because they have no budget left. And then what does half the people do? They go, okay, we'll take something off to keep the business. Morons.
Yeah.
People need us to live. Without print, any type of print, there's no world business. Okay, without signage, people aren't seeing where to go. They don't know the direction. They don't know what's for sale. They don't know anything.
Yes.
So if you're going to do it for nothing, negotiate a percentage of their sales then.
True. So Warren, you've been in this industry for a long time. Like you said, devaluing is nothing new. How does it stop? How do we stop it?
You put your foot down and you say, stop. No, really. So this is what I used to do sometimes with a customer, right? You quote a job and, first thing is when they're talking about, say to them, you know what? Why don't you come sit down with the graphist and spend a day with them and see what they do? Right? Same way when a customer says, it's just one change. You're right. But the person has to go in, open the file, do this, do that. It's a half-hour charge. Right? So you figure out and you charge. What I would say to a customer is they'd say, $10,000. Can you do any better? That's a lot of money. I go, well, the job's really costing me $8,190. I'm going to make $1,810 net. How much of that would you like back? And then you know what they say? Oh, that's all you make? Don't be afraid to tell people.
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to take, and when you quote design and you say 10 hours, it's usually 15. You're already in the hole. So you got to charge for the corrections. So no, I don't buy that. I think everyone has to have a conversation. I think everyone has to try to charge the value that they need to run their business, to cover their cost and to make some money. Right? Because not to make money is not worth the investment and the stress.
True. Well, and again, for me, it comes back to relationships and connections, right? Because exactly what you described, a lot of the times people will come and then you feel the pressure to say, I will include this and I'll include that. And having people that are around you that challenge your thinking and then encourage you to try this and try that. I mean, I love my community of people that I know, even just like with you, challenging me on 695, right? Sometimes we just have to listen and then try it, right? And then get the feedback and go from there.
You can't go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal for under $20 today.
I know. Hey, I think they probably have Happy Meals.
Whatever. I'm making it up. I don't know. Or McRib or whatever. I'm just saying, though, in the old days, it was, and we'll give you change. Yes. No one talks about change anymore. Right? Yeah. And it doesn't matter what you go. My fishing lures have doubled in price.
Yes.
I don't see people on the lake moaning to me about the price of fishing lures.
Yeah.
But in our industry, people tend to moan.
Yes.
And in life, gas is up, ink is up, consumables are up, good AAA grade steak is up. So we should be up. That's all I'm saying.
And to your
people
point,
spend $500 on running shoes.
True. Well, and to your point, I mean, we have such an impactful industry. And and again, I talk about it all the time in training. You know, exactly what you said. No business could be found if there wasn't a sign. So when they show up and they're complaining about the cost, don't devalue yourself, which is obviously what you're telling me to consider, for the training. But at the end of the day, we have to remind people of the value that we're adding, no matter across training, sign, print, and others.
Listen, show the customer. Show the customer. Like, don't read the writing. It's not spelled right. But material, labor, consumable, markup. Listen, I've used to have customers want to negotiate and then they're like, okay, so shipping's free. I'm like, shipping's free. What, are you kidding me? You just killed me on everything. I can't afford shipping. Send your own shipper.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's real conversations that have to be had. And, and in the world of instant, with the online shopping, it shows up in 2 hours. That translates a lot over into our industry because they call and they need something and they don't understand why they can't get it in 2 to 3 days. And to your point, they also don't want to necessarily pay for it in 2 to 3 days as well. And so people do start to say yes to things that we really shouldn't.
Listen,
and we're all guilty of it.
Domino's doesn't offer 30 minutes or it's free anymore. Right. Amazon doesn't guarantee next day anymore. Right?
Yeah.
So it's all out the window, everything you just said. And I don't hear anybody arguing with Amazon or stopping to order from Domino's.
Right. Yes.
Yet everything we do translates into money for somebody. Domino's, you're eating it. Amazon, you're spending. Print, you're buying because it's coming back to you in different ways. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't want to, I'm not saying anyone should rip anyone off. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying we as an industry, especially trainers who charge $350 for a person, $500, $525 for a second, should be charging more because the value you're giving is just unbelievable.
I appreciate it, Warren. And I will be working on my 2026 projections. And
well, you better hurry up. It's almost there. You don't have a lot of time.
I know. I will take your advice. But then if I need you to just come and be in my class, Warren, you're going to have to show up because now no one wants to pay $695.
Not an issue. Oh, they're showing up. By the way, you raise it $100, you have 1,000 classes. You just put $100,000 more in the company, which means you could have better tech when teaching. You could bring in another teacher, or you guys could split and take a vacation.
Yeah, I do like a vacation.
Right? So no, honestly, like, and I say it to everybody. Yeah. Printers should charge what they're entitled to. Like anyone who sells business cards for $40, how do you make money on an invoice for $40? You don't. I don't care if it's automated. I don't care anything. It's just, not. But anyways. All right. So this was good. Good.
I'm glad I got your blood boiling this morning. That worked up. You were just
no, because those are the hot topics.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're correct. And again, those are all
that
things
make me crazy.
Yeah, that we do talk about in the industry, and sometimes we might not can put ourselves into that conversation, right?
Hey, you go to a sporting event and the beer's $20, not $15.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're having the beer.
Yeah.
Because you're there and you already spent like $500 on a ticket and then the parking and everything. So the beer is still cheap.
Yeah.
But again, print, we are going to bring money in for people. So they need to pay us.
Yeah.
Or negotiate a percentage of their sales, which they won't do either.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyways. Wow. Okay. So I don't know where the time went, but that was really good.
Yes.
I'm actually all warmed up. I'm warmed up for the rest of my day today. And I will be checking back on your site and that 550 because honestly, you're selling yourself short.
Well,
you are worth double that at least.
Oh, well, I appreciate that so much. And I mean, you're correct. I mean, we do have a passion for training the industry and setting everyone that we come in contact with up for success, right? Like that is my whole thing. I love connecting people. I like personally improving myself, and that's what we're just trying to do. So
yeah. So and by the way, I speak from experience because in being one of the only guys, one of the only printers out there constantly doing what I'm doing and promoting my love of print and everything. There's a lot of people who won't pay. They all love it. Get a room going, but no, they don't want to pay. So, and then others say to me, "Oh my God, you should get." So, but what you're doing is you're adding real value. I'm just making people laugh sometimes, but you're adding real value and deep into companies. So I'm going to keep pushing you on the 550 needs to be $695. Anybody who's listening, if you call up now, you could still have 550 before December 31st, but after that, it's $695, if not more.
I love it. Look, you're already prepping. You're already prepping for the commercial.
Well, no, you can't. You can't go backwards in January. $695 for two people, $425 for one.
Wait a minute. Now, how much are you going to charge me for the commercial?
I'm going to throw the first one in for free.
Woo!
But if you raise this from $350 to $425 for one, you could probably give them an edible lunch.
I mean,
In a
I
box.
do give them an edible
I
lunch.
know, but a piece of ham
It's not
between two
fair.
pieces of bread, you can do better. You need something healthier.
Yes.
Anyways,
yes.
okay. So this was awesome conversation. Thank you so much. But
You're
I got to
welcome. I
cut you off
appreciate it.
because I got places to go and things to do.
I know.
Maybe not. Any last words for the people listening? Like, you want to mention the price going up and they should call now and book you?
Yeah, according to Warren, our price is going up on January 1st. But no, just that, again, we have our city calendars coming out. We have great partners that are hosting us across the country, some expos, some association events. I do run a Women in Signs Facebook group. It's a private group. We meet up once a year as well and have an amazing 3 days together. So yeah, I just and I write for Sign Builder Illustrator. So if there's any sign or print people out there working on amazing products, some cool projects, anything like that, reach out to me because I love to showcase other people and the work that they're doing.
Whew, that was a little longer than I thought. Anything else you want to add? No, I'm kidding with you. That's all good. No, it's all good. It's all good. And you're awesome because you're just passionate about what you want to do. And it's just like, you know what? I'm almost going to sign up for that sign course.
Yes, I love it. Which city? I'll send you the bill tomorrow.
Whatever city you want, somewhere warm.
Yes, definitely someplace warm. Sounds good. I appreciate all your support, Warren.
And you can bill me $6.95. I'll find someone else to bring.
There you go.
How's that?
That works.
Cool. Okay, we're going to have you back on in the new year because we want to hear how the pricing is going. And
you're killing me.
And I'm not even trying. And you know what? If you want to put me in touch with a couple of people that have been through your course, love to talk to them.
Absolutely.
Maybe even bring them on. Love to promote anything that could help other people advance what they're doing.
Sure.
And the whole world needs help, right? So, yes. So kudos to you. Before we go, I just want to do a little promotion for me. You like the t-shirt? Yes, I do. I still read the paper. Go to the printwhisper.shop. I've got print, fishing, mental health, and AI t-shirts. They are awesome. They are soft. Look how your arms look. They hug them. More importantly, I'm giving 10% of the profit away to the Children's Wish Foundation and the Children's Hospital Network. They make great gifts, but better than that, they make great conversations. So go buy a t-shirt. I would appreciate it. Otherwise, happy you made it through to the end, I hope. And we'll see you on the next podcast. Have a great day. Wendy, thanks for coming.
You're welcome.